Teesside Parkway, 8 miles of dual carriageway stretching from the A19 just south of Middlesbrough to the South Lackenby roundabout. It is billed as a road to the future in the publicity brochure produced by Teesside Borough Council. Built in 1973 and 1974, it was named after the American parkways of the 1950s, a future road that was already looking back nostalgically to happier days. The parkway was dreamt up in the late 1960s, a time when sustained economic growth was certain and unquestioned, and a new Britain would be forged in the white heat of technology. There would always be expanding steel and chemical industries on Teesside, and therefore a need for a suitable road system to cope with the inevitable traffic. The parkway was built to replace the existing A174, a narrow and winding route from the A19 that went past the Bluebell Hotel at Acklem, along Ladgate Lane, through Marton and on into Ormsby, Normanby, Eston and ending just short of Lazenby. As the council brochure says, the old route offers a dangerous blend of commercial and private vehicles and pedestrians in the many built-up areas. Heavy lorries toiling through its length create environmental problems of noise and pollution. These problems will increase, especially as traffic to and from Tees Dock, ICI and the British Steel Corporation's works grows yearly. The brochure claims that, on completion, the road will divert all through traffic from the present A174 and convey it quickly and safely past the hazards. The new road would be without crossroads and junctions and bottlenecks such as the one at Ormsby, now Marton Railway Bridge. The artist's impression of the parkway shows the triumph of the motor vehicle, bypassing towns and villages in order to get from one place to another in the shortest time possible. The beginning and end do not matter, for the journey is all. And so the parkway came. The land was cut in two and communities were divided, all in order to shave a few minutes off the travel time of busy commuters. Apparently a great deal of planning and care went into the routing of the parkway, and only 4 residential properties had to be demolished to make way for the future. However, it was necessary to negotiate with the owners of 98 separate pieces of land, and there was a lengthy public inquiry. Places like the parkland around Ormsby Hall were irreversibly ruined. This was land that had been left to the National Trust in order to prevent the southward urban spread of Middlesbrough. The park consists of beech, sycamore and other trees that were standing there long before the first blast furnace was dreamed of. The parkway was part of a bigger plan to provide a network of roads that would enable a smooth flow of traffic around Teesside. As the urban areas of Middlesbrough and other Teesside towns spread inevitably ever outwards into the green and pleasant countryside, there is pressure to build more roads, new transport corridors that will destroy what is left of our green spaces and further disrupt communities. Work started on the parkway in 1973, the road to the future that would support future growth in industry. And yet the steel industry was already in decline due to foreign competition when the road was being planned. Between 1967 and 1972, 27,000 jobs were lost, and in 1972 a further 50,000 redundancies were announced. The parkway was never going to be busy, and yet it exists, eerily reminiscent of the artist's impression, the lonely highway, almost devoid of traffic. Today, the railway bridge at Ladgate Lane is still congested with the same lethal mix of private cars, heavy traffic and pedestrians. And the parkway is still peaceful. The railway bridge, the parkway, the railway bridge, the parkway. The parkway is a road without traffic. It is a monument to a dream of the future, a future that never came.